What is up, red bloods and blue bloods? I am just a simple Newtype, and in this episode we are diving into the anime Rahxephon. This is created by Izubuchi, director of War in the Pocket and creator of Pat Labor. This is also produced by Studio Bones, who just came off of Angelic Lair and have yet to make Full Metal Alchemist. I always point people to this series who like Eva because I thought it was superior. But is it? It has been 24 years. Let's see if it holds up. So let's get into this. A pilot looks down at her watch. We see 2 different times with 2 different dates. Remember this for later. LV launches in a Federation fighter. These are inspired by Russian Su-47s. Kuon Kisaragi hears Jun Kunagi's music and says it is the Song of War. Our hero, Ayato Kamina, thinks all is well. He guesses, suggesting he knows something is amiss. He stares at a painting of a girl with a yellow dress. As he leaves his apartment, someone watches over him. Some G-men are also after Ayato. He hangs out with some classmates and they all board a train. The train stops abruptly, injuring most on board. Everyone is bleeding. There's a lot of focus on blood, setting something up quite early. Ayato opens up the train to see that it was a massive explosion. Something is attacking Tokyo. Observing Ayato is Haruka Shito. As Tokyo is being destroyed, he happens to run into the girl with the yellow dress. This is Reika Mishima, a classmate of Ayato's. Or is she? She is drawn to the singing. She says it is a dolum, or doremu is a play on do, re, mi. There are a lot of musical references in this anime. Tokyo Defense Forces never stood a chance. They are attacked by an Allegretto. The Allegretto is a dolum that defends the capital. These are controlled by Mulians, though it is unknown who it is bound to at the beginning of the series. It has a shield for defense and a rotating light emitter that rotates on the head. In musical terms, Allegretto means fairly quickly or briskly. The Allegretto can't sing without Olin. Ominous. G-men point a gun at Ayato. Is that a Walter P99? But he is saved by a Haruka. She kicks one man in the face and he bleeds all over Ayato. His blood is blue. She tells Ayato to come with her and she will tell him about the blue bloods. He runs away with Mishima on the train, which is heading to the Zephon Shrine. The Mulians send out Fortissimo. The Fortissimo is a dolum that resembles a tuning fork and attacks via sound waves. In the center of the Zephon Shrine is an egg. The Fortissimo shatters jets and buildings with its voice, including LV's team. Mishima begins singing to awaken Rahxephon. Rahxephon is a humanoid weapon born of an egg under Tokyo and is meant to be the spitting image of God. We will learn that this was designed to help retune the world. The golden ring symbolizes the sun god Ra, or Olin Tanatui. Rahxephon is connected emotionally, physically, and mentally to its instrumentalist, which is the pilot. Offensive capabilities include energy blades in the forearm and light emitters from the hands. Energy shields can be formed in the hands as well. This stands around 50 meters tall. Over Tokyo appears a giant mobile base. These are the Mulians. Federation fighters move in on what they assume is a dolum. Fortissimo sings towards Rahxephon, but it deflects that energy back towards Fortissimo, killing the dolum. Mulians refer to Rahxephon's instrumentalist as Olin, after an Aztec sun god. Rahxephon heads to the Ra room, where the god lays dormant until needed. Ayato is taken to the hospital where his mother picks him up. She claims there was no giant humanoid in the sky. There are no reports on it. Nothing. Is he the crazy one? After calling Mishima, Ayato's mother redials to find the number doesn't exist. Ooh, ominous foreshadowing. The students of Ayato's class wonder why they learn English if the West is completely destroyed. The world revolves around Tokyo. Ayato asks Mishima if she saw the humanoid in the sky. Mishima is the only one that seems to be humoring him about what he saw yesterday. Ayato gets a message to meet at midnight to know the truth. He meets with Haruka. He asks how many people there are on this earth. She tells him 6 billion, but he was taught that there was only 23 million. The dolum sings once again. Haruka loses control on her ship. It takes them to Rahxephon. Ayato can hear the song. His mother is working with Terra. She watches Rahxephon and is injured by the debris. Ayato notices that his mother bleeds blue. Maya, his mother, was waiting for this moment, it seems. She calls Reika Ishtii. Thinking that Reika is dead, Ayato rages and Rahxephon destroys Fortissimo. The world is shattered, and Rahxephon carries them out, including Haruka. Ayato wonders why the sky is orange. Haruka tells him that what he is looking at is Jupiter, Tokyo. It's where his entire world existed, but his entire world has been closed off and he has been lied to. The year isn't 2015. It is actually 2027. The next day, Haruka finds that Ayato ran away. A phone rings. He answers the phone to hear his mom, who tells him to not believe in the people from the outside. He eventually runs into Haruka again. He tells him that them getting out required work and was calculated. There isn't a way to get back in. They find a cat named Buchi. The two are eventually picked up by Haruka Haruka's people. She tells Ayato that she works for Terra. Kuan looks at Rahxephon and spots Buchi. The cat apparently breaks a treaty. They draw blood from Ayato to find that it is red. Commander Jin Kanugi suggests he set his watch to the real time. Terra categorizes Rahxephon as a Mulian artifact and calls it part. Elvi is mad at Haruka for losing his men for some dumb kid. Ayato meets with Kuan. Terra takes control of Rahxephon. They detect in his blood that he has Mu phase and think that he may be a Mulian. They keep him in a room designed specifically for Mulians. The alarms go off as a dolum approaches. It is the Grave. The Grave is a squid-like D1 dolum. This was sent out to retrieve Rahxephon, and the tentacles most likely are able to sense Mulians. Grave and music is the slowest tempo. Ayato can sense both time inside and outside. Rahxephon activates. The tentacles of the Grave penetrate the ship. They seem to be going for Kuan. Ayato sees Mashima. Kuan can see it too. He suddenly appears in Rahxephon. Grave shows off its lips, but the Rahxephon decides to rip the dolum in half. When Rahxephon returns, he is welcomed by Itsuki Kisaragi. Ayato has a similar birthmark as Kuan. He is mad at everyone for using him, but Itsuki breaks the tension. He happens to be Kuan's brother. We are introduced to Sayoko's boobs. Then we are introduced to Sayoko. She is Itsuki's assistant. Haruka orders a beer even though she already has one. Terra is trying to tap into the heart of Rahxephon but fails. Don't block the holes. Is this an anti-personnel luggage? Watch out for your ankles. Just kidding. She's smuggling the cat. But can you imagine? They are in Nidai Kanai, which are islands off of the Pacific where Terra's headquarters are located. He will be residing with Shogo, Rikudo, and Megami. Rikudo goes by Oji-san. Time for a little psychosexual tension between Megami and Ayato while getting some ramune. Oh, is this why I get an erection when I drink ramune? Did it all start here 24 years ago? Discuss in the comments. He learns this is Haruka's sister. When Haruka returns, he okaides and she tadaimas. He got a nice harem building here. Elvi wants to dogfight with Ayato. It's a metaphor for wanting her to stick his dick in her vagina. This anime becomes Love Hina for a moment. I love me some Love Hina. Kuan says, hey bro, check out my half-naked back. An ominous feeling is what you should feel from these two, but I'm getting sexy incestuous vibes if I'm being honest. Journalists are heading to Nidai. Ayato shows how he enters Rahxephon. They all clap, but no one knows how this works, including Itsuki. This is the first time he played Rahxephon without Mishima singing. Remember, a pilot is an instrumentalist who plays their robot god. Musical themes. After losing her entire squad in the first episode during Operation Overload, Elvi brings in the Alpha Squad consisting of John Patrick, Donnie Wong, and Kathy. Many of the journalists want to know more about what's inside Tokyo Jupiter. Shiro Watari seems to be more pleasant than the other Terra personnel. Rahxephon launches with the Alpha team. Suddenly, hundreds of dolums approach them. The dolum is classified as a D2 dolum. It has average fighting strength and speed, but is weak and mainly designed to overwhelm the enemy. Ayato realizes he has a sweet shield. Someone sings. A D1 dolum approaches. It is a Forzando. The Forzando is a mobile fortress D1 dolum which deploys dotums. It can carry hundreds, if not thousands, of dotums. This can be seen also controlling clouds. In musical terms, Forzando means a sudden strong emphasis on a chord. The song of this dolum stuns the pilots on the battlefield. Think the Alpha team are still technically pilots? Ayato is attacked by Nimbus clouds. Rahxephon uses energy attack from its hands. It penetrates the dolum's shield and the unit falls in half. Part of it penetrates Rahxephon's shoulder. This will be used to make a new dolum later. Elvi is disciplined for rushing in alone. Itsuka finds a crystal in the remains of what penetrated Rahxephon. It's time for a beach episode. Itsuka gives the crystal to Sayoko. It begins to snow. Way to ruin the beach episode. It's the first time it snowed on the island. It happens to be Christmas as well. Oh, it's a Christmas episode. So much is happening. Mami Haruka gives Ayato some gloves. Megami gives Yagumo a present, but she knows he likes Haruka. Meanwhile, Haruka is having thirsty dreams about Ayato. Sayoko's crystal begins to grow. She's consumed by it, and it grows into a dolum Forzando. Forzando is a dolum created from the dolum crystal shard remnant. This assimilated with Sayoko, and is the cause of the snowstorm. Sforzando in music terms is a chaotically strong emphasis on a note. Terra moves into action. Ayato and Rahxephon head out to find that it has Sayoko. He doesn't want to hurt her. He takes a direct attack. For the first time in a while, Ayato sees Mishima. He gets his second wind and slices the dolum in half. Kuan is naked for reasons. The snow goes away. Ayato was able to save Sayoko. Megami notices that Haruka gave Ayato a gift. I believe this is a gift from a boy she once loved mentioned in passing. And that will do it for this episode, and our first dive into Rahxephon. This show was created 3 years after The Matrix, so the whole world within a world concept was really captivating around this time. .hack was also 2002, so there's a pattern here. 20 years later, and I can say for certain, Kuon is more of an annoying character this time around than it was when I was a kid. I'm too old, I don't have time for vague, ominous characters. Next time, Ayato comes to terms with living outside of Tokyo. We learn more about Commander Jin's backstory, and we will see a dolum designed specifically to take down Ayato. But that will do it for now, Blue Bloods. Remember, even in a world outside of a world, there is still time for a beach episode. Peace.